Hey everybody, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and today my camera is in the wrong section of the screen, and that is so you can see the full tier list. Now, I know it's going to be a little sad, not a tier list stream this month, alright? There's plenty to do. Thought I maybe would get around to it yesterday, 2 days ago. I've been busy, and with the 4th of July coming up, not this week, this weekend, and then into the 4th, I'm not going to be home. So, trying to get as much of this stuff out of the way now, make some content for when the new season launches, film a couple of videos on the day that it launches, and have those roll out while I am away. So this is what you're getting. Not a tier list stream, I know, and I'm going to try to keep this one pretty good, pretty concise. I don't want to be here for over an hour, so I'm not doing all of the units. Most of you who have seen these kinds of videos before, who've been around the channel for a long time, know that when I'm doing one of these videos, usually, season to season, unless there's some major tier list changes, right, major shakeups in the game, generally month to month, the tier lists are kind of the same. There's not really a large shake-up normally, especially in Godzilla Battleline. So what I've done is I have separated the characters who have gotten buffed this season, which is only one, which is Mechagodzilla 2021. And I have Ghidorah 2019 and Mothra 2019, and then I will place them accordingly. There are maybe some units that I would like to talk about a little bit more, and maybe I'll move them around, but I don't think anyone would be moving out of a specific tier. So with that out of the way, I'll timestamp below exactly who goes where, and then I'll pin this in my Discord like I normally do. So, let's start with Mechagodzilla 2021. Mechagodzilla received this season, sorry for the flashbang, an increase to attack, which is not amazing. I mean, an increase to attack is always pretty good for a lot of these characters, but for him, it isn't very good. I believe last season I had him somewhere around here, I think behind Kong. I think with his damage boost, he's something closer to this. I don't think he is out of the C range. I think he is now near the top of C. He might be beneath the Destroyer. He might be above the Destroyer. Nope, not right there. He might be above the Destroyer. But somewhere in this range, either side over here, I think is good. Either in between Destroyer and the Dorats, or in between Gigan and the Destroyer. I think is probably fair. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for putting him ahead of our favorite crab. But I'm telling you, this is where I feel like he is. I know there are some really high-level Mechagodzilla 21s running around in the arena right now. I think Jaden has one pretty high level. And Administration 1 obviously has one at a high level, right? But there are some use cases, I think, for him. And if he's your favorite monster, I think you could get away with using him if you've, dumped a ridiculous amount of G materials. But I just think at this stage of the game, most people probably have him somewhere between levels 1 and, I don't know, 15. And even then, I still don't really think he's super viable. He strikes me as one of those monsters that's you want to use him at 25 or higher, and then he's going to start showing his worth. But for 6 costs and not hit the air and be as close ranged as he is, I really still just don't think it's worth it. And I don't think this damage boost is enough. I would like to see his cost reduced. Maybe a 5 or a 4. If they're going to keep his kit exactly the way it is, make him a 4 cost. And he'll be absolutely everywhere. But they're not going to do that. So, I digress. Next we have, where is he? King Ghidorah 2019 and Mothra 2019. So we'll talk about King Ghidorah first. King Ghidorah has a lot of mixed opinions at the moment. I'm just holding him right over here. I like King Ghidorah. I think he's really strong. Do I think that King Ghidorah is an S tier character? Some may say yes. In specific decks, Ghidorah with Earth, very strong. I don't think he's an S tier unit. I think King Ghidorah is somewhere closer in line to down here, perhaps. I think he is a really good unit. I don't think he's S material. I think he's A. Part of me wants to put him in high B or very bottom A. But the fact of the matter is I've used him for enough games, and I've spoken to enough people who are using him this season to come to terms with he's probably a decently powerful unit that just needs the right deck to facilitate him, just like Earth, and he's going to shred. Earth, I think, is better in the long run. But King Ghidorah is really good. I actually might put King Ghidorah above Kamen Rider. King Ghidorah is stun immune. He's giving a 10% boost to damage every 7 or 8 seconds. I don't remember which. I think it's 7 seconds. He spawns in and he does an AoE on attack. He has an insane health pool. He has extremely high damage, and he's really good range. He's just a single target, and he's 8 cost. Those are pretty much his only drawbacks, that he's a single target and he's 8 cost. I really like him a lot. I'd be willing to argue in the comments, and if this was a live stream, I'm sure I'd be getting flack for it. Anyway, I'd be willing to argue for his place either within S, A, or B tier. I think he's kind of middle A at the moment. I think he's good. I don't think he's the best, but I think he's just a really solid piece, and any new character would any new player would do really well to put this character in their team if they could get him, and at least into a high enough levels. I mean, you could sub him in an Earth deck. If you don't have a high enough Earth and you have him high enough, you could use him in an Earth deck instead and kind of accomplish something similar. Not really, but it's like, you kind of can, so I like him a lot. I'm putting him mid to high A. I'm willing to argue for something else, but I think that my placement is fair. And he is stun immune, and so you may be thinking, does this affect Kumo Augment's place in the meta? I don't think so. I actually think Kumo Augment is creeping up to be a little bit higher, honestly. I'm going to move him up against Kiryu. I think he's been out for a few months. Okay, he's a gold unit. A lot of players have him at level 20. A lot more players are going to have him in 30 in the next 2 months. He's already making a comeback. He's going to be everywhere. Before we start crying for a nerf for Kumo Augment, I think that his new changes is very just and fair. 4 seconds for that stun is really good, but that stun is already really, really good. So, the answers to him was King Ghidorah is stun immune, and Mothra 2019 provides stun immunity. Okay? Which is really good. So when one of your better units in the game is a stun character, what is better than that is giving stun immunity. Now, Ghidorah 2019 only gives stun immunity to himself. Mothra 2019, where is she? Mothra 2019 can give stun immunity to your ally characters the same way how Batra gives his buff in a big circle. Mothra does the same thing. She's going to give stun immunity on spawn, which is great. She is a 6 cost character, but she's effectively a 4 cost, because when she dies, she returns 2 energy to the player. Unless you're at 10 energy, then you don't get anything back. You're not going to have 12. But say, you know, I play 10 energy, or I have 10 energy, I play her for 6, now I have 4 energy, she dies, I get 2 back, I have 6 again. So I pretty much just spent 4 energy on her, which is awesome. She is incredibly beefy. She has not a ton of damage, but she's really long range. She is somewhere in between Ultraman and Super X range. I think her range is a little bit better than Ultraman. And she provides a slow. It goes up by 0.1 every time you level her up. Really good slow. Stun immunity is massive. Flying is massive. Big health pool. Big range. I think she's a phenomenal character. I think this season especially, I think she's going into the S tier. No... I don't think there's any question about it. Her place in the S tier, I think, will maybe drop off next season when we don't have her rented out at super high levels. But I really think she's one of the best characters that we've gotten in a long time. And I say that like we haven't just recently gotten a few really good characters, right? In some of the Evangelion units and Kumo Augment. But she's not a dud. You know, it could have been worse. King Ghidorah could have been a 4-star. She could have been 4-star and a dud. You know, when we had Kong and Jet Jaguar, when they came as a pair together, I mean, come on. So, having 2 units this month that are actually really good and really solid, especially in the early game and end game, I think is awesome. I think it's a really big deal. And they're fan favorites, right? People love these guys, so you just love to see that. Mothra, I think, really, I mean, since day one, if you guys have been on this channel since day one of this season, you know that I'm already on the ball with Mothra. From day one, I was like, she's goated. She's really, really good. Her and Kumo Augment is insane. Having your Kumo Augment be unstunnable is ridiculous. Having your GMK be unstunnable is ridiculous. Having your Gigan 04 be unstunnable, ridiculous. Your Fourth Angels, your Leo, your Caesar, right? Any rush decks, having them not be able to be stunned is awesome. She has synergy with Godzilla 2021 as well, because you know how they have that symbiosis in nature in the King of the Monsters movie? It's in this game. If he gets stunned, he has to restart his whole attack over. It's a pain in the ass. She makes him stun immune for 20 seconds. That's really good. That's 20 seconds of uninterrupted stunning from G21. Or, not interrupted stunning, uninterrupted damage, because he can't be stunned from G21. She's a ton of uses. She's extreme. Even if you take her attack, her slow, and all that out of the way, the energy regen that she provides you back and the stun resistance alone is a really solid start to any kit. Forget about she attack. I mean, both her and Ghidorah attack outside of leader range, but she's attacking outside of leader range with a slow, right? She has ridiculous range. She's flying. I mean, she's got everything going for her right now, and with these rented levels, it really is. I mean, you got only, what, tomorrow to really get a hold on her and keep using her. I like her a lot. I would watch out for Mothra as soon as she is available in the daily sales store to buy. You better be refreshing that store every day and picking her up, because she's really, really good. She's been really, really good all month. Ghidorah has been really solid all month. But Mothra 2019, above and beyond my expectations for this month. She's done very, very well for herself. That's all I got for you guys today. This was the tier list video. Sorry again that it wasn't a live stream. I know how much people enjoy doing the live streams. Even if you don't like my tier list, I know that you guys like showing up and chatting in the chat and yelling at me. So I'm sorry I've deprived you of that for this month. Next month, hopefully I can get it together and I don't postpone until the very end of the month. This is what I got for you. I'm going to pin this in the Discord, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.